Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome to the garage where we've got a product review that might just interest you. So what we've got in the box is a product from CarPurRide. It supports Apple and Android devices. It's a navigational system for your motorbike. So we've got the beautiful Amy B who's going to do the unboxing for us today.
Okay, it seems to be well packaged.
Yeah, I mean this is a 7-inch screen on this CarPurRide system here, and that does look nice and clear. Do you want to get it out of the box and see what else is in there?
Yep.
And I know on the back of the system itself, it's got a 1-inch ball mount that's already attached to it, and we've got this lead here that offers the power.
So we've got another lead.
So yeah, this lead here is to connect it to either the battery or another power outlet. You do get a second one, which is the USB lead. And on this bike as well, I do have the option to have both. I've already got a system that's been wired up, and that's from my old TomTom system. Over there, I've got a USB socket, and I've also got my my quad lock on there. So what else have we got in there?
The mount.
Okay, so this looks the same as what you get with a RAM mount.
It's quite heavy.
Let's have a feel of that. Yeah, it's pretty. It's very robust actually. It's got some weight to it. It looks well made. It's the same kind of system as I've got here. I've got a 1-inch RAM ball mount on my what I use for my GoPros, etc. And then we've got spare fuses and a little spanner in there as well, and an instruction manual. So what we're going to do, we're just going to quickly set it up, put it on the bike, see what it looks like and see if it works well. So with this mount, this could be mounted onto the handlebars. I personally just want it sort of sat where my other one was sat. I've adapted my GoPro mount with a 1-inch ball. I've also got a shorter adapter in my selection of bits that I can pop on there. So I'm going to have the screen kind of sat there. So we'll fit that now and see what that looks like. So for me, this is a really easy installation. These are accessories I've already got at home. On the back here as well, you've also got that 1-inch ball mount that can connect directly onto my other RAM mount. So for now, what I'll do is just use the USB port so we can just get this up and running. Like I say, with a hard wire, there is a little bit on the Ducatis there. If you've not seen it, I've got a video there that I'll pop a link in the description of how to hardwire your sat nav. There is a little connector under there. It's very easy to do. So there's a little notch on there that just aligns with that, and then that just screws up there. And there you go, that's pretty much sorted really. It's already hardwired to the system itself. And we'll just connect this up. So I've already got a double adapter for the USB mount. I don't know if you can see behind there, it's not overcomplicated. Like I said, on my bike, I've already got the EvaTech mount for this bike. I know my buddy's got one of these and he's got it on his Tiger 900 and he bought a bar mount just to sit there. But we'll just get that aligned and then we'll switch it on. So for me, that was an easy fix and I think it sits okay there. I might just get a T-bar just to drop it down a little bit, but I would personally prefer it there rather than on the handlebars. If you've got it on the handlebars as you're turning, it's going to turn with you. So that sits really nice. It's a very similar size to the TF screen on the Ducati, but the clarity on that, before we've even switched it on, that looks nice. The shroud's quite nice as well. It doesn't feel cheap or plasticky like you perhaps can get with some other products. So what we'll do now is just switch it on and see what it looks like. Okay, so I've connected my phone to the CarPurRide. Dead easy to do. It literally is just a Bluetooth connection. Now everything that I have on Apple CarPlay here is now on there. If you've got an Android device, it will support that as well. I've also brought along my TomTom rider that I've been using a little bit, and I'll be honest, with these type of devices they can become overcomplicated, and I do like the simplicity of this. The screen is beautiful, it's big, it's bright, and it's all about the ease for people as well. You can overcomplicate technology, and I think this will be a good replacement for this. So if we have a look on the screen, like I say, all my apps are synced to it now. You can also connect your headset to your Bluetooth comms on your helmet. And also, as you can see, this device is touch screen. You've got things like your music on there, you've got your phone connectivity, you've got all your maps. I downloaded the TomTom app, so technically I'm still running a TomTom, just on a better screen, I think. The subscription for that was only £20 for a year. So first thoughts, I think this looks pretty good, to be fair. It all seemed to be working seamlessly. So I think what we'll do is just go take it for a quick ride around the block and see what the connectivity is like with my Bluetooth helmet. So we've just jumped on the bike, and so far we're a mile into the ride. We're just heading up to the Superbike factory. I've just gone onto the screen, which I've been using with my gloves. So the touch screen works well with the gloves, and I've paired my headset as well, and it seems to be working fine. I've just gone onto Google Maps and put in the Superbike factory at Donington Park, where we're probably going to go for a coffee, and it seems to be working absolutely fine. There's no lag in it. The screen is nice as well. I was a bit worried it was going to obscure my view a little bit, but I'm looking straight over the screen and I've got a full view. So we've just stopped for some fuel, and you can see there the screen is just beautifully clear, far better than the TomTom that I've got. Yeah, the audio seems to be crystal clear on it. I'll be honest, I'm not one for listening to music whilst on the bike, so the main reason I would probably use this is purely for the navigational purposes. Yeah, so today is quite a bright day as well, and I can still see the screen nice and clear even with this visor dropped. One of the other things with this system is it's also waterproof, it's also high temperature resistant, and you get a 2-year guarantee. You've also got multiple options on the screen, such as this, where you've got a divide between your calendar, your music and your directions. CarPurRide also do a 5-inch screen in this system. The one you see on my bike is the 7-inch screen, and if you own a BMW bike, they also do one with an adaptive bracket. These can be bought through the CarPurRide website or on Amazon, and I'm going to pop the links in the description below. Okay, so we've just arrived at Donington Park Superbike factory, and you can see there's plenty of guys here. The one thing I wanted to just show you with this CarPurRide is the fact that, or one of the things I wanted to highlight is the fact that when you turn your engine off, obviously turns the power off to the CarPurRide. So I wanted just to show you how quick it would connect. I've got my phone in my back pocket. So I've fired the bike up, it brings up the sign as CarPurRide. It says the sound is played from the output, the screen comes on, and let's just wait for the phone to connect, see how quick that possibly is, and that's it, we are live. And I think these are coming around about £220 as well, and like I said, I think it's an absolute bargain. For the short time we've been using it this morning, it seems to work pretty seamlessly. The sat nav's been working fine, she's been talking to me absolutely perfect, there's no lag there, and like I just showed you there, it fires up pretty quick and it's ready to operate. So this will be my replacement for the TomTom rider. So hope you like the video, guys. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do so, give us a like, and I'll see you in the next one.